Remirib. Sunbreak was my first G rank experience, so I don't have a lot of bad things to say about it. But I thought armor curious crafting could have been executed a lot better instead of it being completely gotcha, so randomized. I think I would have liked it better if we could farm like skill essences or something from monsters that have them in anomalies and choose to sacrifice or append skill stats at our leisure. And of course, higher level anomaly grind was a slog, and I ran through it twice. But that's how the game is. I don't expect Capcom to do anything more than beef up monster HP and take me to One-Shot City in the future. So yeah, the grind was definitely a slog, the higher level anomalies. For me, it wasn't the anomaly grind itself so much as what I had to do in order to get the materials I needed for my weapon and armor augments. That was the part that was the real grind. But yeah, if you want to engage with every single special in the game, all 70 some specials, that's a slog too, because you got to rank up all those quests. Now, you don't have to rank them up from 0 to 300. There's a way you can do it where it's maybe, 10 rank ups per monster, but it's still 70 times 10 is 700 quests just to get access all your specials. So that's pretty rough too. The curious crafting could have been executed better. I agree with you on that one. The randomization, it was boring for me because I would have to sit there for a half hour just clicking re-aug, try again, whatever. Up, A, right, down, A, down, whatever. Just like you get into this rhythm of pressing the buttons in order to do the next aug. Instead of having it automatically take from they could have at least done that part better. So I just hit the button each time I want to re-aug. But the fact that it was completely random was annoying for sure. But I didn't mind it so much because I always viewed the curious augments as just little bonuses. A lot of people are building their whole set around the augments, and whether or not they can make their set is dependent completely on how good their augments are. And I think that's the wrong attitude to take with the augments. If something is random, then it should be seen as a bonus and not as a vital part of your set build. I think that's what Capcom intended. These are just nice little bonuses that you can get, just little perks. A lot of people, though, they see the option to get something amazing. This is what the Monster Hunter community does, right? They'll go into the game code and the data files and they'll find out what's the absolute best talisman that you could possibly get randomly. And they'll say, I've got to have that. If I don't have that, then my build isn't complete and I'm somehow less of a, I'm not playing optimally. I don't have the best thing I could get. And now I'm going to feel insufficient. I'm going to feel insecure. I'm going to feel less than because I don't have the best talisman. And that's just the wrong attitude to take whenever you have randomization in a game. It really is. You have to see the randomization as nice to have. And this leads directly into the conversation, which I won't go too in depth on right now, but it leads into the conversation. I think that merits its own video. Do we want the world randomization where decorations were randomized, or do we want the Rise and the old school randomization where the talisman's randomized? Which one's worse, right? Because we can all agree randomization is not optimal. We all want to be in control of our own destiny, right? But if I had to choose between one or the other being random, I'd say make the talisman random because I can live with that. Making my decorations random means more grind and even more like if I have to play without a talisman, I have total control of the decorations that I have access to. I have total control of my build. But if I have to play without certain decorations simply because they didn't randomly drop as loot, there are far fewer builds I can make. It's much harder to optimize your build with random decorations than it is with random talismans. That's my view on that. So when we add in random curious augments on top of that, at some point you have to say, look, it's not about the augments. The game isn't about the augments anymore. They're just kind of nice to have bonuses. And that pisses off a lot of people. I get that. My own personal opinion, if it's random, don't worry about it. And that's what scares me about random decorations. Now all your decorations are random. Oh, don't worry about decorations at all. Come on, decorations are the lifeblood of any build. Okay? Unless you start putting better armor skills on my armor. Don't take my decorations away from me. So there you go.